Hello everyone. I am delighted to be with you again to share a moment of pure fashion inspiration. Make yourselves comfortable. Today, I invite you to immerse yourselves in the captivating world of Songzio and its Fall-Winter 2024 to 2025 collection, unveiled during Paris Fashion Week. Through the video, it is impossible to remain indifferent to Jae-sung's artistic vision. This season, the collection, entitled Night Thieves, stands out as a vibrant tribute to the mysterious figures of antiheroes. Each silhouette on the runway carries within it this fascinating duality. Shadow and light seem to dance across every fabric, every meticulously crafted detail. What I love is the way Songzio draws inspiration from a masterful work by Rubens, the one depicting Prometheus, to explore the complexity and inner strength of marginal beings, who are often misunderstood but always captivating. The designer achieves a bold dialogue between Western and Eastern codes. Cocoon coats wrap around the body with a protective softness, while dolman capes and bell-shaped volumes subtly evoke a modernity from elsewhere. Do you see this play of contrast? Angular cuts intersect with rounded, generous shapes, blurring the lines between rigor and freedom. What is also striking about this show, and I am certain you can feel it even through your screen, is the almost theatrical dimension of the layering. We observe these applied pieces, sometimes symmetrical and then suddenly asymmetrical, reminiscent of a warrior's armor ready to face his own darkness. But beyond this visual power, a great sense of poetry emerges. The fabrics come alive with every step. The drapes catch the light of the runway as if to illustrate the inner turmoil of the antiheroes to whom Jae-sung pays tribute. Accessories are not to be outdone. Take a look at the enormous plush hats, the luxurious fur gloves, or the finely crafted leather cummerbund belts. Each detail tells a fragment of a story. Each black-eyed piece of jewelry seems to shine with the secret fire of a rebel ready to challenge the established order. The calf hair bags add a practical yet sophisticated touch, while the Gamusin shoes ground the silhouette in a brilliantly reimagined tradition. And then, an exciting aside, Songzio is partnering here with Reebok to offer an absolutely irresistible sportswear capsule collection. Futuristic sneakers and oversized jackets bring a breath of fresh air to the autumn-winter wardrobe. The chromatic palette also deserves attention. Cardinal red suddenly bursts forth against an intense monochrome background. Golden yellow illuminates the whole. One feels the hero's ambivalence, the allure of danger, the brilliance of revolt. This fashion show is much more than a succession of looks. It is a true invitation to rethink our relationship with elegance and fashion's transformative power. For those of you watching this video, it is a golden opportunity to observe how each garment can become either armor or a personal manifesto, depending on how we choose to wear it. I am won over by this proposition, both daring and refined. And you? How do you feel about this celebration of contrast and this nod to heroes in the shadows? However, the collection is not without its weaknesses. In trying too hard to merge styles and eras, some outfits appear almost theatrical, somewhat removed from everyday concerns. Similarly, the abundance of layering, though visually striking, may deter those who seek practicality and simplicity in clothing. Ultimately, with this collection, Songzio delivers a work of great narrative strength, which will primarily appeal to fans of conceptual fashion and to those who see each garment as a field for artistic expression. That said, a few adjustments could make certain pieces more accessible to the general public without sacrificing the creative essence of the project. Thank you for following this report with me. I hope you enjoyed this analysis and that it helped you better appreciate the subtleties of this collection. Let me know in the comments what you thought. I wish you an excellent viewing experience for the rest of the show. And to conclude on a fashion note, did you know that at Louis XV's court, Fashion was so exuberant that courtiers sometimes had to enter salons sideways because their costumes were so voluminous. As you can see, stylistic boldness has always had its place on the Parisian stage. Thank you all and see you very soon for more journeys into the world of haute couture.
which was not all a dream. The bright sun was extinguished, and the stars did wander darkling in the eternal space, rayless and pathless, and the icy earth swung blind and blackening in the moonless air. Morn came and went, and came and brought no day, and men forgot their passions in the dread.